Alright, so I've run into a problem and I'm going to have to fix something, and I don't want any of my viewers to get confused. So walls fix. So pay attention closely, and I'll try to make this as simple as possible. But the problem is, I noticed I put the walls inside the I put the bombs inside the walls symbol, and I like the way it actually disables your keyboard, your arrow keys when you get hit. That's cool. But notice when I press up against this left wall, it injures you. For some reason, the top wall doesn't do it. The bottom and the right wall don't, but the left wall does. And it just happens to be probably some math involved. Anyways, so to fix it, I'm going to go into scene 1, go inside the levels, go inside the walls, which is where the bombs are. Okay, so now go back out into levels, and this is going to become, let's see, what's the best way to do this? I'm going to make a new layer, and this will be the bombs layer. Anything inside this layer, the plan is anything inside this layer is going to cause you injury. So I'll call it the bads layer. Okay? And so right now, the walls layer's right here and the bads layer's right there. So what I want to do is click on the walls, copy it, that's Control-C, then click on the bads layer and Control-Shift-V. So now we basically have 2 copies of the walls pasted on 2 different layers. And this one's the bads layer, so I actually want to call it bads. But you see inside here the library name, since it's a duplicate, anything I do to this, if I go inside here and I delete out bombs or something, whatever I do to it, it's going to affect the other one. So the way to get around that, I do like that this is a copy, but before I do any modifications to it, I'm going to right click and say duplicate symbol. So this way it's not the exact same symbol, it's a copy, and now it's independent of the other one. So if I go inside, let me hide everything except for the bads layer, and if I double click now and hit Control-2, you can see since it was cloned from the walls, it's got the walls all in it. We don't actually need those, so I'm going to delete out the ones on the outer perimeter. I'm going to keep the outline. That's my goal. And I'm going to keep the outline, but I'm going to get rid of everything else. So now I can get rid of, I can just grab this whole mess and get rid of it. And it's cool that we have an outline now because, and we'll call this outline, by the way. It's nice because if things ever get moved or something, we can line it back up because it matches the outline and the dimensions of the walls. So now let's go back out and let's unhide the walls, and now this time let's hide the bads layer. So here's the walls, and unfortunately inside the walls there's bombs, but now we can delete them and then go back out. So now the walls, in other words, the walls is purely no bombs. Let's delete that layer, it's gone. The walls is just the walls, and the bads, if you unhide that, is an outline but also some bombs inside it. So now that we've done that and we've named it bads right here, so that was a lot, and you really needed to follow along carefully to get that corrected, because this is a fix for a problem that I discovered. Now that that's the way it's working, let's go into player 1 and let's make sure that our code is right. So here it says parent level walls. If you hit the walls, disable the left key, right key, all that. And then down here it says if parent level walls, instead we want to say bads. If you hit the bads layer, I say bads plural because we're going to put a lot of bad stuff in there, and it's just real simple instead of saying injury stuff. I don't know. Bads works for me. So goods and bads. It'll take away, if you hit that layer, the bad layer, it will take away some of your health. So unfortunately, that's still happening. Let's see, bads. Oh yeah, because the bads has an outline. Well, that's a problem. Let's see. So it was a bad idea to keep the outline. Alright, inside the bads layer, and you can tell I'm inside the bad symbol. Maybe I need to select the entire outline and make it thinner? Possibly. Maybe if I make it a thickness of 1, then you won't be able to hit it because you'll hit the walls first. Yeah, that did it. Because I really didn't want to lose that outline. So now the bombs, unfortunately the bombs don't stop you from moving anymore. But at least I solved the problem with the other thing. So if I'm going to make it so that the bombs stop you from moving, which I did like, I'll have to write some extra code. But that was important to fix, and whatever we do to this, we'll do in the next video.